What's up, everybody? It is the Best Bot Kid Smooth, and I am back with another video. And today I want to talk about E3 2018, but not just E3. I want to talk about Microsoft, Xbox, the one that everybody's waiting for. Xbox always back against the wall. Xbox always got something to prove. This is the show everybody's always looking forward to see. Now, on the contrary, Sony just already showed their cards. They told you the 4 games they're showing. They're showing Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man, and Death Stranding. Again, these games we've seen several times before. So this should be pretty easy for Microsoft to outdo. I don't want to expect Microsoft to be upset by games we've seen 10 times before. You know what I mean? And which one is due in a couple months. So but Sony showed their cards, and Microsoft, I feel like, is always in the same position when it comes to E3. Like, they got something to prove every year. They got something to freaking prove. And for over the last 4 or 5 years, I've traditionally enjoyed Microsoft showing versus the competition, whether it be Sony, Ubisoft, EA, whatever. Not to say that they don't have good shows, but I tend to find myself enjoying what Microsoft either showed or some of the announcements that they made that impacted my style of gaming, or what's coming to my Xbox and what I can expect in the next coming months. So I've been satisfied, but Microsoft is coming off of a super lackluster 2017 and a ho-hum 2018 based on the information that we have and that we know. So I'm expecting Microsoft to come with something. Now, there's mixed information out there about what they have. We know Microsoft are just signing studios. They just hired Daryl Gallagher. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but a lot of stuff they're doing now doesn't seem like stuff that is ready to go bang bang for E3 now. And we're talking about stuff that's probably going to come in shape in the next couple years. So what does that leave with 2018? We're halfway through the year, and we got pretty much 2 games to show for it, and some late ports that are finally coming. So what do I expect from Microsoft? And like I said, this is not an E3 predictions. This is what I expect from Microsoft. This is what they should do. Now, they may not do any of the stuff that I'm talking about, but this is what I'm expecting. If Microsoft, we know Microsoft cares about gaming. We know that they really care about the services of gaming, but I really want to know personally, do they care about the core of gaming? Do they really care about the first party? How important is that to them? Because we've seen what they did on the service side. We've seen what they did with on the consumer side, and just that accessibility, the backwards compatibility and all that stuff. That's all great. But now it's time to show some new experiences, or, you know, returning some franchises that could use a new kick. So let's talk about and get into it, what I think or what I expect them to show, or what to be at Microsoft E3 on stage and whatnot. We're going to start with Crackdown 3. Now, Crackdown 3, man, was supposed to help usher in the Xbox One X with a November 7th release date. It was supposed to be Crackdown 3 and Super Lucky's Tales and Forza 7 to help push out the Xbox One X, but unfortunately, after so ho-hum showings of Crackdown 3 at Comic-Con by some people who don't play games, and a lot of complaints, a lot of memes, people saying it's downgraded, the lack of destruction multiplayer that we've all been waiting to see, it ultimately got delayed in August and to spring 2018. Now, the crazy thing about Crackdown, the other 2 to 3 games that were announced with Crackdown did not have release dates like Crackdown did. So when Crackdown was announced for November 7th, Sea of Thieves did not quite have a release date yet. When Crackdown 3 was announced for November 7th, State of Decay did not have a release date yet. And since then, Sea of Thieves has released, it's came and went. March 20th it came out. State of Decay is doing a week and a half, but the game that had an actual release date is not even here yet. It went from November 7th, 2017 to unknown the fuck 2018. So hopefully Microsoft just Actually, I hope they open the show with Crackdown. You don't close the show with this game. You best not close the show with this game, because a lot of people their hype has come down. Their expectations are lower, especially after how Sea of Thieves turned out and with the preview of how State of Decay 2 is being talked about. The expectations for Crackdown has dropped tremendously. So you don't close the show on Crackdown 3. You open with Crackdown 3 and you give us the release date, which I expect them to launch this game, if not late July, early August. You must avoid September, because September is looking like a slaughterhouse and you do not want to go against Spider-Man with the memes that people are creating. So drop the game in August, and I expect this game to retail for $40, and they will highlight that it's in Game Pass day and date. So that's my thoughts on Crackdown, and just to up the price to 60-day, we will probably have an Ultimate Edition version of Crackdown 3 that you can get a week early, which would probably be the last week of July, for $60 with some additional content here and there. Or you can wait until, you know, August and Game Pass to get the $40 version or played in Game Pass. I expect that for Crackdown 3, and I expect them to show the multiplayer that it works, and it comes out, and that's it. That should be the last time we see Crackdown 3 at any E3 or gaming event in the future after this date, because Crackdown 3 should be available to play sometime in July, no later than August. So that's my thoughts on that. Forza Horizon 4 is a must. Now, the confusing thing is about, because we got some rumblings about what Playground's doing there. They're hiring out for RPG, but people are saying Forza Horizon is going to be there. Expect the next Forza Horizon at E3. Forza Horizon 4, there are rumors that it's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to be taking place in Japan, and then another rumor said it's going to be taking place in the UK. I don't know. I don't care. I just know it's going to be great. I want to see it. I think I'm ready for it. I try to play Forza 7 here and there. I play like once in a while, but it's just not my cup of tea. I only bought Forza 7 because it was native 4K, 60 frames per second on Xbox One X, and it looked damn good. Forza Horizon, however, I can actually play for hours upon hours on a day, and I expect them to show this game off, and they get extended time at E3, and I think everybody's gonna love it. But that's what I expect for Forza Horizon at Microsoft's booth. Now, Anthem was showed off last year on Microsoft stage. It got teased at EA's conference, but they got the whole shebang. I think it was like a 5-6 minute demo on Microsoft stage with the last game to show. It looks gorgeous, beautiful. This is touted as the Destiny killer, and looking at what they did with Destiny 2, this will easily knock Destiny out the park. Now, everybody's concerns is this game, it did get delayed. It's supposed to come out holiday 2018. Unfortunately, Red Dead might have pushed that game back, and it's going to be coming sometime February, March 2019. The only thing is it's still going to look this good. They said it was running on the Xbox One X last year, and if it is, bravo, this thing looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some more information on Anthem. They did come out with a press release and express that we would see more of it, and we know it's coming early next year, and hopefully we get a playable demo on Xbox to see. I want to know the extent of the marketing deal. I want to know the release. Is there going to be exclusive content? What is it? What's going to be the big deal that they partnered with Xbox with Anthem? And I mean, like I said, it looks beastly, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And I think we all will be pleased of what Microsoft and EA show for Anthem. Now, there's rumors, we know Microsoft is working on a huge update for Halo the Master Chief Collection. Matter of fact, it's probably, the update is going to be huge. They might treat this as a relaunch. It seems like they got the game fully fixed. We know they're going to relaunch it at 4K, 60 frames, taking advantage of the Xbox One X. We know it will more than likely go into Game Pass. They might relaunch it there, and it may turn into a Play Anywhere title, since Microsoft closed Halo Online, which was done by El Dorado, that was gaining traction. But the thing is, there's mixed messaging about Microsoft in regards to Halo and Halo Online on PC. A lot of people think it's Master Chief Collection. Makes sense, but Microsoft did specifically say they want to work with the mod group that was responsible for Halo Online, and they just may relaunch that and monetize it some way and keep them separate. I don't know, or they could. I'm just personally, I'm not a fan of playing a game like Halo with PC players. I don't. There's some crossplay. I like crossplay with Forza. I even don't mind crossplay with Gears and some other games like other games that you could play that's co-op. That's not where it's like that big of a deal. I don't want to do co-op unless they're custom games. Again, with crossplay with PC, and that's just me. You guys may feel different about it, but the thing is, I don't know if a Master Chief Collection update is enough. I don't think it's enough because I think we had Halo Wars 2 last February. I don't think it did so hot. But if Master Chief Collection update is the thing, sure, highlight the fixes. I don't know how they're going to resell players that got their heart broken. That this game's been out 4 or 5 years and it still hasn't been fixed, and they're looking to relaunch it, a fixed version and a complete overhaul. How do you get people back into it? You relaunch it, but you got to do something else. What else? Is it just Master Chief Collection update? Do we announce a Halo 6? I don't expect them to announce a Halo 6, but I do expect them to announce a Halo game. I don't care if it's a side type Halo game, whether it's like another ODST or another Reach type game, or Halo 6. Maybe you relaunched the Halo Master Chief Collection update and then announce a Halo 6 beta, maybe, or the beta for the new Halo game inside the Master Chief Collection, as they did with the original Master Chief Collection when it came to Halo 5. So who knows, but I'm expecting some Halo news, but not just related to the Master Chief Collection, but related to a new Halo title. And I don't care if people are sick of Halo, Gears, and Forza. I want Halo, Gears, and Forza, and I continue to want these games as long as they continually to improve. I'm expecting, because you can't be mad at another Halo, Gears, and Forza and then go celebrating the 7th God of War game. Like, it makes no sense. So keep on pumping it. As long as it's good, I want to see a new Halo game, because Halo usually have a 3-year, was it a 3 to 4 year cycle? The last Halo came out in 2015, making we should have had one this fall, and then or fall 2019. Now, Gears. There was a Gears of War listing on that Walmart leak, Gears of War 5. Some people saying there's going to be a Gears of War spinoff. I don't know if it's due this year, but when I think about Gears of War, now some people think, well, Gears of War, that's too soon. It's not too soon, because Gears of War has actually always been on a 2-year cycle, with the exception of Gears of War 3, which got delayed. So you think about Gears of War 1 launched in 2006, with Gears of War 2 coming in 2008. Gears of War 3 was supposed to be due in 2010, but it didn't quite happen. It got delayed and launched in September of 2011, and then you had Gears of War Judgment in 2013. So those were 2-year life cycles, and then from 2013 and obviously in 2016 we got Gears of War 4 to launch on the Xbox One. So if it happens to be Gears of War 5, I ain't complaining. I want that bitch. I want it. I want to continue the story. I want to see how much they improve. We'll see what they change. But maybe it's not a Gears of War 5. Maybe it's a Gears of War Judgment 2. Maybe it's a Gears of War Pendulum Wars. Maybe it's a prequel or a side situation in the Gears universe. So I don't know, but I don't care. I want a Gears of War game. I know people are like, I'm sick of Gears. No, I want another Gears of War game. I want to see how it improves, how better it looks being built from the ground up on the Xbox One X. I want to see where they take it, what story they're going to focus on. I'm very interested on the Gears lore and Planet Sierra. I'm interested in that, and I don't care if it's a continuation of 4 to Gears of War 5 or if it's another one-off game like how Judgment was. I just hope it's better than Judgment, because Judgment is my least favorite. But I expect to see Gears of War there, and I'm actually almost hoping Gears of War there, because this is a show where we're coming off of 2017 where there was no Gears, there was no Halo release, and they had no big title on the holiday. They had to rely on a game preview of PUBG, which is now getting its ass whipped by Fortnite, and it's still, PUBG is in such a state that it's still in game preview, and they have a preview, a game preview to a game preview by a test server map. It's like, it's just getting ridiculous. It's like, whatever, any hype that I have for the game, it's like I don't want to touch PUBG until it's a final game, a done game that's fully optimized with achievements and everything. That's when I can take the game seriously, because I don't like wasting my time in betas and previews. I want to unlock stuff. I want stuff to show for my time, and like I said, I can't put too much time into previews and betas. I'll do it just to test it out, but I'm not going to do it as like, hey, I'm going to put all these hours into this game and it's not even finished yet. Like, no, that's not me. I also expect Fable to be there. This is the other game that Playground is supposed to be working on. Maybe it's Playground, maybe it's not, but somebody's working on another Fable game. I expect a Fable. I don't care if we don't see gameplay. Maybe it's CGI trailer. Maybe it's a concept. Maybe it's a JPEG that we all can get excited about. Maybe they can just show this with some Albion music like, da-da, Fable. Maybe something like that. They excite the people, and you know, they don't even gotta give a release date, but they just have to let people know that it's there, that it does exist, and we could talk about it for the next 4 years like most PlayStation gamers. So and that would be great. So I expect Microsoft to mention this game. Well, I don't care how far along in development it is, I expect them to mention this game for it to be shown on the big screen for people to jump and joy for happiness. You know what I mean? I expect Fable. I don't know if it's gonna be a reboot. Will it be Fable 4 or Resurrection of Fable Legends? I don't know what it's gonna be, but there should be a Fable game, and I expect them, if they really want to get the attention and keep people talking, we want to see Fable, and it'll be an amazing E3 showing. If you tell me that there's going to be a Forza, Gears of War, Halo, and a Fable game all showing at the same E3, like, come on, that's pretty impressive. That's a great lineup. That is a great lineup in its own right. And I am expecting third-party games to make an appearance. Like I said, Anthem. I got a feeling Microsoft will be showing Overkill's The Walking Dead. I think this is a game that they probably should have snagged up, but I'm looking forward to it. Microsoft gave this game some light on an episode of Inside Xbox. Maybe they have like they show some extensive gameplay of this game on their stage. But I expect some third-party showings from Anthem, maybe a Battlefield, maybe this game. There's going to be some JRPGs. We know Atlas is going to be showing a game. Bandai is probably going to be showing Cold Vein again. There's going to be a couple of JRPGs from, you got Atlas, I think Triton, is it Trion? I expect probably 3, and maybe Square Enix, maybe they show off Nier, who knows. But I know there's going to be some JRPGs or some Japanese developers showing off multiple games at E3. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting them to do, because they got to fill out the shows, because I don't think Microsoft has a whole lot to show. I mean, they can't pull another last year. You show 43 games and all of them are triple I's. It was great that they had a ton of games there, but I didn't feel the sense of urgency. I didn't feel the energy. I didn't feel like, wow, they got something great to show for this crazy ass console that they're about to put out. It was good that they showed a lot of games, but the interest level of those games were not there like they were. They weren't like they were showing, hey, if you showed me these 4 games that we're talking about, Halo, Gears, Fable, Forza, and then like maybe 20 of those games, I'm actually a little bit satisfied at that point. I'm a little bit satisfied there. So, of course, Perfect Dark. Now, I have a $60 bet riding on this. Perfect Dark got to be there some way, somehow. Now, I told you guys they hired Daryl Gallagher. He's getting his own studio. It's going to be based in Santa Monica. Maybe Perfect Dark is the game that they're rebooting, or will he bring there's one of three things that could be happening, right? Because they told us, Daryl Gallagher, Matt Booty told us they can't wait to share at E3 what they're going to be doing. Now, did Daryl Gallagher get hired for Microsoft and already have a concept game in mind that he's going to share with us along with the announcement of his new studio based in Santa Monica? Maybe that those job titles where they're looking for people to work in Santa Monica. Who takes down a job posting? You only take down a job posting if the job is already filled. So maybe those jobs are already filled and they just posted out and these are just purpose leaks. So maybe they got a concept, maybe even a trailer to show, because whoa, we hired Daryl Gallagher. My studio is going to be called Gallagher Santa Monica. No, I don't expect that. That would be a slap in the face. I expect a trailer of this new game. So I think they're bringing a concept and they're announcing the studio, the concept of the game that they're working on, or being they selected him. He still gets his own studio. And they're going to use him to relaunch Perfect Dark, as he did a wonderful job with the Tomb Raider series, the Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then the Tomb Raider reboot before that. Maybe they can do something with Joanna Dark in the same way. I don't know if this is Gallagher's work, but I expect to see Perfect Dark there some way or other. I don't think Rare's doing it since they're busy with Sea of Thieves. I just think some cult thinks the Coalition's doing it. I don't expect that. I don't see Coalition working on a game. I don't see Perfect Dark as a kill switch type game. You know what I mean? I expect Gallagher to be doing it, or some other second party, third party studio to be taking care of Perfect Dark. And of course, I expect Sea of Thieves to make a return to E3. They need to talk about really what they're doing moving forward. How have they filled this game? What type of content did they put in it? I know they revealed their roadmap, but they have some big updates to be revealed at E3, even though one update is due next week. And then in E3, they're going to show you the big shit that we can expect. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully they don't spend too much time on it, because some people already have a sour taste in their mouth for in regards to Sea of Thieves. So Microsoft also has their work cut out for them. Sure, I expect some more services. I expect VR, something related to VR to be announced. I expect Microsoft an update on Xbox Game Pass. Matter of fact, Microsoft, what they should do is, we know they're working on a streaming service. Azure, their cloud services, it's just been growing and growing and getting more popular. So I expect them to announce a Game Pass streaming, which is going to be you have access to it from PC, your mobile device, whether it be Android, iOS, and Windows Phone, or in tablets. They're also going to come up with some sort of an attachment so you can hook your controller up to it to make it easier. And that's going to be something that launches like early next year, if not towards the end of this year. Another form of Game Pass. And then for beautiful Xbox owners, Game Pass is actually going to get more ambitious. I expect them. And maybe they will, maybe they're not. I don't know how much this is going to cost them. But Xbox Live is obviously very profitable. Game Pass seems to be very profitable. But one thing, I don't know if this is something that they can do, or if it's, but I think it's the best case scenario is to merge Xbox Live with Game Pass, drop games with gold, and allow new games coming into Game Pass. If it's a new game, if you have, well, I guess if you merge Xbox Live with Game Pass, then the incentive to play games earlier is not there. Because I thought the EA Access treatment, you know how EA Access, if the game's not out yet, but you get a week early access, I think Xbox should do that with Game Pass games for their brand new games. But if you merge it with Xbox Live, then it's like, and what's the point? You really don't, at that point, really don't need to do that. But I think there's going to be a big Game Pass update, or Xbox Live update, that they add more value to. Microsoft has no more backwards compatibility updates. So I mean, they've got 360 games running on Xbox One. You got original Xbox games running on Xbox One. maybe some update on avatars. Maybe they include achievements. The only thing they can possibly do to like drop people's jaws on the ground is to announce Dreamcast backwards compatibility and add that pretty much, and that would send people haywire. I don't think that's going to happen, but everything that I showed you on this list, on this video, is stuff I expect Microsoft to do at this year's E3. Now, if they don't do it, I don't know. Will I be disappointed? Probably. I'll probably be disappointed if some of the obvious, like because I don't know what they can do at this point. I mean, I don't want another E3 of 2017. I didn't, even though I thought it was good, it wasn't better than 2016. It wasn't better than 2015. It wasn't better than 2014. I think because of the quality of the game, sure, there was a ton of games there. It just wasn't the Halo. It just wasn't the Gears. It wasn't the Titanfalls. It wasn't none of that. And they need that this year. We already know what PlayStation's doing, and it doesn't appear to be that great. What the only thing that PlayStation can do that really could surprise you is that they get be the first to show Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay. That would be pretty awesome. But we already know the 4 games that PlayStation's showing, and that what's going to be centered of their showings, and their games we already seen before, and we've seen many times before. So Microsoft, this is your call. This is what I'm expecting you to do at E3. And if I'm wrong, hey, prove me wrong and do something better than what I propose. All right, this is Kid Smooth. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best spot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that it's long, but I think you should watch it, man. And if you enjoyed this long video, give it a thumbs up.